We going to spend the entire year picking apart Shedeur Sanders, or are we going to finally admit he belongs in the league? I'm going to keep these receipts because I feel like we're witnessing history. They said he was the worst formal interview. They said he's entitled, not talented. They even said he was a developmental quarterback. Then last night's first preseason game.
You look at other insiders, the people who was there for the minicamp, for the rookie minicamp, who had eyes on every single play, every single snap that Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders was doing, right? When they was out there telling us that sometimes Dillon Gabriel looked good, but there was other times where Shedeur Sanders looked better.
So it looks like Cleveland Browns All-Pro and top 100 wide receiver Jerry Jeudy just set the record straight with Cleveland Browns.
Shedeur Sanders did last night, at the very least, was put Dillon Gabriel in a situation where he's going to have to match what Shedeur did last night in one of these next two preseason games. But here's the thing. We got to slow down. As soon as the game was over last night, people are saying that he's got to be the QB1 going into the season, this, that, and the third. It was one preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. That was the bare minimum of what he needed to do to keep this.
Jerry Jeudy just grabbed the mic and said what everyone's been whispering. Enough with the rumors. Let's get real. And who better to drop that truth bomb with than Browns insider Mary Kay? This wasn't your typical interview. This was Jeudy stepping into the spotlight like a man ready to set the record straight with receipts. We're talking about Shedeur Sanders, the rookie everyone's calling the NFL's next big superhero. Forget the polite press talk. Jeudy came in sharp, confident, and ready to make headlines. He had that mix of honesty and swagger that made the whole thing feel less like an interview and more like primetime reality TV straight from the Cleveland locker room. Jeudy didn't just sit down with Mary Kay to talk football.
These media people or whoever is not really praising Shedeur Sanders for what he did in the preseason game. I mean, they just haters and they just don't rock with him at all, because it was brilliant how he was able to, in a sense, pick apart the Carolina Panthers defense. Yes, you can have a play and it can be something that you have to do when this comes, but a lot.
No, he came in looking like he had a mission, a playbook of truth. The man looked ready to drop so many facts that even the scoreboard might have started taking notes. He knew this wasn't just about football anymore. It was about setting the record straight before the hype train went completely off the tracks. If you've even glanced at NFL gossip lately, you already know Shedeur Sanders has been dominating headlines. Sure, rookies get buzz all the time, but this was next level. People were talking like Shedeur showed up to Cleveland riding a gold-plated chariot pulled by bald eagles, holding the Lombardi in one hand and a diamond-studded playbook in the other. The city hasn't seen energy like this since the Cavs parade. But Jeudy wasn't buying into the over-the-top stories, and not out of jealousy either. He sounded more like a seasoned vet watching the hype machine spin out of control. He's seen it all. One big play, one viral clip, and suddenly, half the fan base is building statues, while the other half is arguing over jersey numbers. Cleveland's excitement is real, but Jeudy wanted to keep it grounded. This whole wave started when Shedeur lit up his first preseason game. It wasn't just a debut, it was a show. The Browns crushed the Panthers, and Shedeur looked like he was running plays with the cheat codes on. The energy in the city was wild. Ticket sales spiked, merch sold out overnight, and reports say half of Ohio ordered Shedeur Sanders jerseys before the final whistle even sounded. But inside that locker room, the vibe was more complicated. Guys were talking, and in the NFL, talking can mean anything from real respect to quiet warnings, like, rookie, better not get too comfy.
About what stuff is she talking about that we got to see if he's...
Jeudy, the new man in town, found himself right in the center of it all. Fans started wondering, is he jealous? Is he hyped? Or is he about to challenge Shedeur to a touchdown dance showdown just to remind everyone who the real star is? Here's the truth. Jerry Jeudy has been around long enough to know how fast the NFL spotlight can spin. One week you're the story, the next you're the meme. He's seen hype come and go faster than a cornerback slipping on bad turf, and he's making sure this story...
Hold up. Don't get excited. Shedeur Sanders had a solid performance yesterday. All right? No doubt about it. Okay? Solid.
The real one doesn't get lost in the noise. When Mary Kay got Jerry Jeudy talking, he didn't come to drop the usual soft lines like he's a good kid or he works hard. No. Jeudy came ready to take control of the story like a quarterback calling an audible with the season on the line. He wasn't just answering questions, he was setting the record straight.
Man, it finally happened. Shedeur got on the field. You watching the game, Chad, there's a lot of Shedeur Sanders fans. What did you think of his first outing?
Listen, all the talk and the narratives and the storylines and whatever you want to say, sooner or later that ball's about to snap. And that young man we watched at Colorado, who's one of the best football players in the nation, is now looking like one of the best football players in the nation at another level. That's what it was. I knew the collusion and all the stuff, like I said, you want to go through. You saw what Shedeur Sanders was capable of. We all knew what Shedeur Sanders was.
Right off the bat, Jeudy made it crystal clear. There's no beef between him and Shedeur Sanders. In fact, he leaned into it, saying that Shedeur's confidence isn't cocky, it's contagious. And that's saying something, because in the NFL, where your career can flip from glory to doubt with one drop pass or blown coverage, having a quarterback who acts like he's already seen it all, that's priceless. Jeudy wasn't sugarcoating a thing. Shedeur's arm talent is legit, his pocket presence is steady, and his football IQ way ahead of schedule. It's like the rookie skipped the NFL learning curve completely, like it was just another drill on the practice checklist. Now let's be real. If you know Cleveland football, you know that the quarterback position has felt cursed since before flat screen TVs were even invented. So yeah, when Shedeur came out looking like he might actually break that curse, the whole city went wild. Fans were ready to anoint him the savior before he'd even played a regular season snap. But Jeudy wasn't here for fairy tales. He was here for the facts. He made his point loud and clear.
Have a tendency to look good. But then you've got two rookies who have also played a lot of ball. I mean, you've got Dillon Gabriel, who is very smooth and efficient. And I thought he was that way with the pre-snap stuff, even in rookie camp. He just had an unbelievable command of that kind of stuff. So I think that's going to be important. And we're going to have to see, can Shedeur handle all of that stuff while learning a whole new scheme? These other guys have all had to pick up new terminology and new schemes very, very.
Hype doesn't win championships, chemistry does. He talked about how he and Shedeur have been putting in extra hours after practice, running routes till dark, breaking down film together, and just hanging out off the field to build that rhythm that separates good duos from great ones. Because in the NFL, connection isn't built just on slants and go routes, it's built on instinct, trust.
The average time that Shedeur Sanders had to throw the other night was 3.48 seconds. And the reality is that in the National Football League, you know this better than me, Shefty. Obviously, you do too, D.O. You ain't going to get that much time to throw. So I'm saying, again, the one story is that he's earned the right for further looks with the first, second unit as opposed to the third unit. You are right about
and timing. Jeudy even broke it down perfectly. You've got to know your quarterback. Is he the type to throw you open in traffic or the type to wait until you shake the corner clean? And make no mistake, Shedeur is the kind who'll pull the trigger. His confidence in the pocket is off the charts. He stands tall, like those pass rushers are charging with pool noodles instead of real pads. That's not arrogance, that's poise. This was a veteran wideout looking at his young quarterback and thinking,
Shedeur first game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was at the bar watching that. A lot of upset, you know what I'm saying, people around there. A lot of people did not want to see him, you know what I'm saying, be successful. If he'd have fucked up, y'all have been talking crazy about Shedeur. Show some respect.
I questioned how he went about things in interviews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But after watching how much people hating how bad they want to see him fall, I'm all the way on the other side now.
Yeah,
I want to see him win everything. I thought he was going to get picked in the first round and all that stuff. So
I'm rocking with Shedeur all the way. But
yeah, this could be special. And coming from Jerry Jeudy, that's not empty talk. That's experience speaking. He's played with quarterbacks who couldn't find rhythm, seen drives stall from bad reads, and watched whole seasons crumble before autumn even hit. When you've lived through bad quarterback play year after year, you start to value a QB who can drop the ball exactly where it needs to be. On time, in stride, no hesitation. And according to Jeudy, Shedeur Sanders is already throwing those dimes in practice and preseason like it's just another day at work. That kind of precision gets attention fast, especially in Cleveland, where hope spreads quicker than a viral highlight. And you know how Browns fans are? Give them a single spark and they'll light up the whole city with playoff talk. Suddenly, the same folks who were complaining last season are out here saying 10 wins minimum. The hype is so wild that some fans are already setting aside money for Super Bowl tickets like they're putting down payments on season-long dreams. Social media is on fire. Memes, predictions, countdowns. It's a full-blown movement. And for once, it doesn't feel misplaced. Still, Jeudy kept things real. He reminded everyone, the NFL season isn't a movie montage, it's a grind. Defenses adjust, pressure builds, and now every team in the league is watching Shedeur's tape like it's a mystery.
It's a spider. No. Shedeur Sanders is a ball player, fellas, and I love that he went out there. You can say what you want about that man. Sooner or later, that ball's about to snap in the middle of that field between that 100 and that 53, and we're going to see what football.
They're trying to crack. Defensive coordinators are losing sleep, drawing up blitzes, trying to find his weakness. That's when the real test begins, when the play breaks down and it's just trust versus chaos. And that's where Jeudy comes in, because trust isn't built on hype or headlines. It's built through reps, through communication, through those off-script plays where both guys just know what the other's thinking. Jeudy made it clear, when the pocket collapses, Shedeur is not panicking, and he's not leaving his receiver hanging. That's chemistry, the kind that wins games when everything else falls apart. But here's the thing, this Cleveland team feels different. The vibe isn't cautious or quietly hopeful. It's loud, confident, and ready.
Can you talk about what did you think of Shedeur's performance the other night, and how have you seen him come along throughout this?
No, Shedeur, he did a great job the other night. Setting completion, moving the ball down the field, scoring touchdowns. That's all you can ask for a quarterback. He constantly growing each and every day, learning the offense, learning the scheme. And I'm excited for him.
To shock the league. This isn't the maybe next year Browns fans are used to. This is the watch what we do next version. And Jeudy, he's not hiding from the attention. He's feeding it. He's ready to turn every Shedeur pass into a viral clip and every Sunday into a must-watch show. Fans are even giving them a new nickname, the Dog Pound Duo. Sounds like something straight out of a comic book, right? But this time, it's real. And if the preseason was just the trailer, the full season might be the blockbuster the NFL didn't see coming. Jeudy's chat with Mary Kay wasn't just about squashing rumors, it was about setting a tone. The Browns aren't here to be the team that fades after Halloween. They've got swagger, talent, and now a quarterback-wide receiver combo that could light up every scoreboard in the league. Jerry Jeudy isn't new to pressure, he's lived it.
Like Jerry Jeudy just said, going through his progressions, coming to the last progression for that touchdown. People, may not necessarily know that as a quarterback, it's a lot of different reads. It's a lot of different things you're seeing. You might be trying to go to this receiver. That's what the play is calling for. But if this receiver is checked off, you're trying to go to the second receiver, but he's not open. You're trying to get to the third. And you're like, okay, man.
Back in Denver, expectations were sky high, but that Broncos quarterback carousel, it spun faster than a highlight reel. Some weeks it was a deep ball gunslinger launching rockets. The next week it was checkdowns and chaos. It got to the point where running routes felt like running through quicksand. Every play, an adventure, every throw, a mystery. Now fast forward to Cleveland, and Jeudy's finally got a quarterback who makes it all look easy. Shedeur Sanders stepped into his first real NFL action and treated the Panthers defense like it was a backyard scrimmage. Cool, calm, surgical. The man looked like he'd been running this offense for years. Jeudy saw it and knew instantly, this is what every wide receiver dreams about. No more waiting around for the perfect throw that never comes. No more turning into a gymnast mid-route just to adjust to a wobbling pass. With Shedeur, the ball's right there, crisp, clean, and on time. It's so precise, you start thinking about your touchdown celebration before you even cross the 20. That's how locked in he is. And Browns fans, they're eating it up. Because Shedeur doesn't just have swagger, he's got functional swagger. It's not empty chest thumping after a 5-yard gain. It's confidence that elevates everyone around him. You can feel it in the huddle, see it in the body language. The offensive line's blocking like they've been promised bonuses for pancake blocks. Running backs are hitting holes with purpose. Tight ends are catching everything in reach. It's contagious. During that talk with Mary Kay, Jeudy basically confirmed what fans were already whispering. The whole locker room is buying in, and that's rare. Usually when a rookie quarterback walks in, the vets give him that polite grin like, "You got potential, kid. Just don't mess it up." But this time, it's different. The energy's more like, "You got the wheel."
To Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur, he did not get any of those precious starting reps that we thought, well, maybe he'll get a few chances to throw to Jeudy or David Njoku or Sed Tillman. He didn't get those today. I don't think he's going to get those in Philly. I think those reps are
cool. Just keep it pointed toward the end zone. That's leadership that doesn't have to be forced. It's earned. And let's not act like the rest of the league isn't paying attention. The media circus around Shedeur Sanders is spinning at warp speed, and every analyst wants a front row seat. You've got one saying he's the next Mahomes, another warning it's too soon to tell, and one more just yelling into the camera like they're auditioning for a daytime soap opera. It's chaos and pure entertainment. Meanwhile, defensive coordinators across the league are glued to the tape, sipping their coffee and mumbling, "How do we stop this kid?" You can feel the panic setting in, but Jeudy's no fool. He knows hype cuts both ways. Every headline, every viral clip paints a bigger target on Shedeur's back. And in the AFC North, that's no joke. Those defenses don't just hit hard. They live for the chance to humble young quarterbacks. So Jeudy's keeping it real. He's embracing the excitement, but reminding everyone this isn't going to be a walk through a soft schedule. It's going to be a fight every week. And that's exactly why he's so fired up. The AFC North isn't for the faint of heart.
He got a great arm, very accurate. He threw 2 great accurate balls, and the last one was, he went through all his progression. It was the last read, and for him as a young quarterback, be able to make those reads, make that progression, kudos to him, Like I said, he's a great quarterback, and I'm excited for his future.
And that's something that if you don't know football and know the game, you won't understand how great a lot of those plays was.
It's a battlefield. You got the Steelers, who seem to have an endless factory line of pass rushers ready to wreck your game plan. Then there's the Ravens, with corners so physical they'd rather risk a flag than let you score. And of course, the Bengals, the ultimate spoilers, who'll ruin your season just to prove they can. This division doesn't care about hype. It tests every ounce of confidence a rookie has. And when that pressure cooker starts to boil, Jeudy will be right there, catching lasers from Shedeur Sanders or hauling in contested grabs that make the highlight reel every Sunday night. But no Cleveland story is ever complete without the fans. Because Browns fans aren't just supporters, they're lifers. They treat this team like it's family. Loud, loyal, and emotionally invested, like it's a second marriage. And now, with this new Shedeur and Jeudy connection heating up, the city's gone all in. Tailgate culture is changing fast. People are showing up with homemade Jeudy x Shedeur banners. Local breweries are naming beers after them. And somewhere in Ohio, a tattoo artist is definitely inking someone's arm with the words, "In Shedeur we trust." That's how deep this runs. And the best part? Jeudy's not shying away from it. He's not rolling his eyes at a rookie getting all the media love. He's embracing it. He sees it like a partnership. Shedeur's the CEO, and Jeudy's the VP of explosive plays. Together, they're out to flip Cleveland's script from a maybe next year team into a why not this year nightmare for the rest of the league. Because this is Cleveland, a city that's seen everything. Fans here have been burned before. They've watched stars come and go, listened to countless promises of change, and survived enough heartbreaks to fill an ESPN documentary. So when they start believing again, it's not blind hope. It's because they're finally seeing something real on that field. Jeudy's all in. He said it himself. I'm rocking with Shedeur all the way. But he wasn't just hyping the kid up. He made sure everyone understood the leadership side too. Shedeur is not just throwing dimes out there. He's commanding the huddle. He's running film sessions like a 10-year vet, talking through routes, asking for feedback, and actually listening. That last part, that's what makes him special. Because in the NFL, a quarterback who can check his ego for the sake of winning is rarer than a penalty-free Browns drive. The funniest part of all this? Other fan bases are losing it. You can see the jealousy all over social media. Raiders fans are grumbling about media bias. Jets fans are trying to argue their quarterback has the same upside. And Patriots fans, well, they're still trying to figure out who's even throwing the football. Meanwhile, Cleveland's just sitting back, grinning like they stumbled onto a cheat code the rest of the league hasn't discovered yet. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, you realize this Jeudy Shedeur Sanders connection isn't just a moment. It could be the start of something lasting. We're talking about a duo with the potential to dominate for years. Sure, this season's going to throw punches. There'll be rough games, missed reads, maybe a few ugly turnovers that have Cleveland sports radio melting down before breakfast. But that's part of the story. Every great rise comes with growing pains. The real question is how they'll respond when the noise hits. And if Jeudy's words mean anything, they're not coming with a "we'll get him next time" attitude. They're walking in with a "we're here to make noise every single week until someone stops us" mindset. That's dangerous because in the NFL, confidence backed by talent is basically football's version of a loaded weapon. And right now, Cleveland's got two of them. The vibe in the city, electric. Training camp feels like a festival. Preseason tickets are selling out like playoff games, and Shedeur Sanders jersey sales are through the roof. Somewhere out there, an NFL marketing exec is probably sketching blueprints for a new summer home off those profits. Browns fans are already planning parade routes, rival fans are digging up excuses, and the national spotlight, it's shifting east toward the dog pound. Fast! If you're a Browns fan, buckle up. This is the most fun you've had in years. If you're a rival fan, start practicing your excuses now. And if you're just an NFL fan in general, get ready. Because this ride is just getting started. And it's already looking like primetime television every single week. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because the Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders show in Cleveland, it's officially open for business. And you don't want to miss a single episode.